Welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 237. This was one of my active recovery days. I was working out with my friend Daniela here. You can see her sitting over on the treadmill here. And literally all I did today was sled. This was probably a 30-minute workout. Basically, before this, we ended up adding on 15 kilos to the sled every single time, pushing it back and forth, doing one round each. And I think the weight on the sled at the heaviest point was about 130 kilos if you include the weight of the sled. So Daniela was struggling to push the sled with the lowest setting, like I'm pushing it here. So we agreed that I would push it this way and then she would push it back. And then we more or less just repeated that for a total of 10 minutes. And that was pretty much enough for me. My legs were feeling pretty pumped up at this point. I personally believe that sled is one of the best ways to do active recovery because it's very light, it's very easy in terms of recovery load. The amount of recovery capital you need to sled is not very high at all. It's concentric only actions with the muscles. Because the muscles are working only in a concentric fashion, you don't get that eccentric loading, which is generally where muscles tend to receive the most load and receive the most stress on them and therefore require the most recovery after the session. So it's a great way to do recovery, and it's also training the ankles, knees and hips through a decently large range of motion. And because the ankle is in a very, very deep range of dorsiflexion, you're also getting a really, really strong engagement of the soleus muscle, as well as the VMO, the vastus medialis oblique. It's a section of your quad muscles that attaches to your kneecap and actually plays a very large role in stabilizing the kneecap. So in doing sled regularly, you're going to be experiencing all of the benefits of increased lower body capacity, essentially. For those of you that watch ATG or Knees Over Toes guy, Ben Patrick, quite frequently, you'll know that he's a big proponent of sled, and that's probably one of the reasons, not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons why I'm a very big proponent of sled as well. Now, this is just sled pushing. You do also get some benefits from doing sled pulling as well. Again, it's also a concentric only action. Every time you pull the sled backwards, as Knees Over Toes guy or Ben Patrick would always say, is that you get the benefit of having your knee going behind your toe, which means that you get engagement of quadriceps muscles, most notably the muscles at the distal end of your leg towards the bottom end of your knee. As you can see here, we decided that we'd load the sled up with a little bit more weight to see if I could actually push it. I almost couldn't do it because of the grip on this AstroTurf, but then I was able to get a couple reps in. I think in total, this was probably 15 minutes of sled pushing non-stop. And it's great because it also works on your work capacity. It's a great way to do conditioning. Anyway, that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.